helmet adjustment you saw just a moment ago.
Stay on side here, guys.
ANZAC round continues at Amy Park. And South Sydney break through for a win at this venue for the first time in 13 attempts, 0 and 12 here. Scored a couple of spectacular tries up in Brisbane. That's where we're headed next week for Magic Round, of course.
And there's the fatigue, getting up to 5.5 minutes. No break in play. The big boys in the middle, they'd be redlining.
Is there space to be exploited? Melbourne get adventurous for the first time. Little stumble by Farlongo. Breezes around Jai Gray and sets it up for Pappenhausen, who always scores against South Sydney. It's 9 and 7 now for Pappy.
Well, these defenders that have got across field in cover defence to get Farlongo will be filthy on their teammates back on the inside, in their own end of the field, just inside the opposition half. Harvey Norman replay. Now watch these South Sydney players making a beeline for the outside. Look at the ones walking back in the middle. Walking, absolutely walking. If you walk, the ball comes back to you. The outside players made the effort. The fellas back in the middle just stood and watched.
I know the representative players, Kaloa Matangi and Jai Arrow. We spoke about the fatigue element. It was upwards around nearly 6 minutes, and it showed they couldn't pick their legs up.
And he keeps the goal-kicking responsibilities, even though Nick Meaney is back. He's kicking them beautifully as well. 19 from 21 coming in, and there's another. Now it's his 7th game against South Sydney today, and he has scored at least 1 try in every one of those. Ryan Pappenhausen make it 9 and 7 overall, head-to-head with Souths. In round 8 of the Telstra Premiership, the game will have the opportunity to honour and commemorate the generations of Australian servicemen and women who have defended our values and freedoms. Get your ANZAC Round 2025 tickets today at nrl.com/tickets. That won't please Craig Bellamy.
Stefano tried to introduce an offload into his game, made a meal of it. South Sydney comes straight on the attack.
What an opportunity to hit straight back. Mamazelos counting the numbers. And now they can think about a full set of 6. Set restart. Jai Gray taking them on.
Well, we've got to see where Latrell injects himself here. He's the fullback.
Sullivan, little slip from Totola, just back to his feet to receive the pass in the end.
I hope they've all got long studs in.
Having a go right up the middle, Jai Arrow with the 13 on his back this week. Lockie Hubner out a week or 2. Sullivan on to Gray. Oh, Kaloa Matangi on the outside. Kind ricochet for Whiten. The only South Sydney player today with a positive record in Melbourne, and they do hit back here.
All Wayne Bennett teams down through history, regardless of what club he's ever catched, over and over and over again they practice it, they keep it simple. But if your right-hand defence isn't on song, Wayne Bennett coach teams will hurt you. Billy?
Hearing the boos. Can he silence them? You bet he can. Hands it to Harvili. Keeps it alive for Duncan. Jai Gray, something always looks like happening when he gets the footy. Oh, trying to duck his way under. Jack in the box player he is. Mitchell now. Well, they can have another go. 4 tries in his young NRL career. Duncan moving it on to Sullivan on the outside for Whiten, got rid of Meaney, and Trysover slips out. How does the referee see this? Because Bentley Harpe picks up the scraps. Was it knocked out by Melbourne?
No try.
No.
I reckon
We're looking at the possibility here of Melbourne playing at the ball, knocking it out. If that's the case.
80 minutes. Harvey Norman replay. Left side of the field again. Sullivan, nice little play. Whiten really bumps off his opposite number there. Good stuff.
out. We're playing on at this point.
It's a try.
No, it's not a loose carry by Whiten. It's just knocked out by Katoa, knocked backwards by Melbourne, and not knocked by South Sydney. And
try.
It's a curious way for Bailey Bentley Harper to score his first try in the NRL, and South Sydney lead this game.
For decades, that was just a lost ball. It was just a lost ball. You wouldn't even look twice.
Wow. Didn't see this coming.
Well, they're grinding their way into it. I mean, when you play against a Wayne Bennett side, it's not a strategic battle. If you drop the ball, it's a drop ball. I don't care if the defender hits it. Funny game, Rugby League. Changes its mind all the time.
3 minutes to go before the break. Pappenhausen, lovely ball. One more pass, and in the corner, Coates gets another try at Amy Park. 35 in 31 here, and we're all locked up again.
Yeah, that's a very nervous roar from the Melbourne Storm crowd.
Storm, they've been frustrated. You can tell with their play. Cameron Munster being tackled a few times early in that set. I'm just waiting.
Mitchell does the discipline thing. Shares a joke with Cam Munster, two superstars head-to-head there, and it is game on heading into the second half. It's 10 apiece at Amy Park. Where does Pappenhausen go? He swings to the right as well for the inside ball. Hughes on the outside. Farlongo ran out of room, did he? Gets the ball down, but they celebrate with Jai Gray. South Sydney think it's a try saver.
They beat the Seagulls 30-14, but against the Warriors they lost 14-6, and against the Dolphins they lost 30-6. 92-68 they've been beaten in their second half so far this year. 92-68. And they've lost 4 of them. 4 second half.
Katoa, like a thief in the nights. Takes it away from Bentley Harper, who thought, where's the footy gone? Melbourne have their lead back.
I think he was listening. He was listening to the commentary. He's a specialist for this, Katoa. This time, Harvey Norman replay. He gets down there, times his run to perfection, and sprints down, what's that, 30 metres? He's a good player.
We didn't actually catch it above him. I think the wingers missed it. He actually had his hands under the winger's hands. It went through his hands and he caught it. Harvey Norman replay. That's incredible. Billy Slater.
And he found himself in reserve grade, couple of injuries. And he was always going to benefit from this system.
Pappenhausen makes the lead 6. No obstruction behind Meaney. Look at Farlongo explode, and Tyron Wishart, stumbled into a high shot.
Oh, Latrell Mitchell here. He could be in serious trouble. Billy.
I always thought one of these two.
Well, he's falling in.
But if the contact's high, he's going to the bin, isn't he, at least? That's a high tackle there as well, isn't it, even though Wishart's stumbling. The Latrell contact on Farlongo is the first one being inspected.
Well, Latrell Mitchell can't get any lower.
Does he need to pull out there?
Yeah.
Well, it's impossible too. He's committed.
Yeah.
From probably 5 metres away. When Farlongo's coming at him, he's got his feet in a position to make this tackle.
Okay.
And if Farlongo is running upright, then he's going to hit him. He'll cut him in half.
Adam G in the bunker is tipping up Peter Goff.
I don't need you, Jack. It might be the case. It's direct contact with the shoulder, moderate force, and report in the bin. Yeah.
He's got the record for most sin bins in NRL history, and he adds to it tonight, Latrell Mitchell.
How many sin bins was there at Brisbane? In Brisbane the other night, the Bulldogs was 4. Here it is here on the... Billy.
I always thought one of these two little nippy players, one for the Melbourne Storm, one for the Rabbitohs, could open this game up. Saw Farlongo, he broke the line. I think a couple of things went against Latrell there. Firstly, the conditions, very slippery underfoot. And then the second thing, just the aggression he went into the tackle with, that certainly didn't help him as well. So, unfortunately, sitting down for 10 minutes, Melbourne Storm will look to go up by 8.
It's a record 13th trip to the sin bin for Latrell Mitchell in his NRL career. Game number 175 tonight. I think he's 2 clear now of the next best or next worst.
Well, I think for the high shots like these ones, we've got to look at the 5-minute bin.
Pappenhausen does make the lead 8. Historically good at closing out these kinds of games with a handy 8-point buffer, but there's still 15 minutes to go. Not making too much ground. Again, the kick should come from inside their own half, unless they get it to the outside. Katoa, Meany with space. They want the kick back inboard. They're queuing up. Through the hands will work. Tyron Wishart. Oh, support everywhere he looked. And Meany pulled the right rein.
The late offload, late in the tackle count, and then off the offload, they move the ball laterally. Pushes it off. Harvey Norman replay. He'll go into the line, Big Stefano, late offload, catch pass, and get it out wide to their strike players, and then off he goes down the outside, Meany. And then Katoa, he's screaming for it. He cuts him out, and Wishart, he goes over.
Well, that could have gone horribly wrong if Katoa reached out for this. I think Katoa thought he was the only one there. Meany showed plenty of pace. He throws us across his face and hits Wishart. Katoa had a big grin on his face, but he only pulled his hands away at the last moment. Billy Slater.
Yeah, they won't be deterred, the Melbourne Storm. They've made double the errors to South Sydney, made 13 all up in this game, but as soon as they get an opportunity, they go for the jugular. I think he was thinking, if I challenge this, maybe they can think, well, it's only a penalty and not a professional foul. Definitely a professional foul in that situation.
Plays it on the last. Short side for Mitchell. Through the hands they go. Working a short side beautifully. Jai Gray, chip and chase. Did he hold his ground, Pappenhausen? No, he didn't. Referee says that's a penalty. Is it a professional foul?
Well, it'll be close to a sin bin, because if he doesn't hit Jai Gray, I've no doubt he scores. So again, Latrell Mitchell running the ball in the last play. Looks up, sees the overlap, plays long.
G, we've got to cut this challenge by Melbourne. Melbourne have challenged the on-field decision of Pappenhausen take out on Jai Gray.
Well, compare the pair. You think back to Tedesco on Dylan Edwards last week and the Roosters v Penrith game, and Pappenhausen here against Jai Gray.
Well, the Tedesco one, that was rapid fire.
He keeps moving towards Gray deliberately. He'll lose this challenge, won't he?
100%.
After Jai Gray kicks the ball, Ryan Pappenhausen changes his line and sticks his right arm out. We're just going to go back and get perspective on other players and considering a professional foul element.
So professional foul, I have no doubt. Professional foul should be 10 minutes in the bin, but for these high shots they're clamping down on, they should be 5 minutes.
Well, there's no South Sydney chasers.
In line with the other chasers. In our opinion, this is a professional foul. We're ruling out a possible penalty try due to the other defenders. We have a decision.
So what are we doing here, Jay?
Peter Goff wants confirmation whether he should send Pappenhausen to the bin, and that's the adjudication here. They'll play with 12 for the rest of the game here.
It wasn't a professional foul with me, and the challenge unsuccessful to start with. Yeah. It is a professional foul. Yeah. Okay, you've taken him out. Potential there. It's in the bin.
So if he didn't challenge, he wouldn't have gone to the bin. He gets squeezed up.
Time's off.
Trainers come to check on him.
Already. Call time off. Yeah. Yeah.
Munster knows where Mitchell is. Letting his defenders on the left know. Keep an eye on the fullback, but they're going away from him to Sullivan. Gray should ice this, and does for Whiten. There's a pulse for South Sydney, but they want to get on with it.
Yeah, good play. He's a good player, Jai Gray. He played it really well. Good player, Jai Gray.
So So Whiten has a double tonight.
Rushing through it. Why does kickers take so much time when they can actually do it like this really quick?
And that'll do us. It's one of the great dominations in Australian sport. The Melbourne Storm in this city against South Sydney are 20-0.